you stand up from the couch, or you stand up after breakfast, or you just roll out of bed in the morning. And for about 3 seconds, the room tilts. Everything at the edge of your vision turns light gray. You reach out for the wall, a chair, or a door frame and wait for it to pass. It passes. It always passes. So you never mention it to anyone. This is what concerns me. Those 3 seconds, that is exactly when most falls happen. Not during exercise, not on the stairs, but right there, when standing up from a chair, and most people never connect those two things. They think that feeling dizzy when standing up goes away quickly and is nothing serious. But your body is telling you something very specific, and if you have ignored it until now, I need you to listen to this today. If you have ever mentioned this to your doctor, chances are they checked your blood pressure, adjusted your medication, and sent you home. And the dizziness still comes back, because for most people over 60 years old, this is not a blood pressure problem. Your heart is still healthy. Your medication might be perfectly adjusted. The problem lies in something a blood pressure reading cannot measure. Something that happens in the exact 3 seconds between sitting and standing. Today, I will show you exactly what that is and 4 specific exercises that target the real cause. So, what is really happening inside your body? The moment you stand up, gravity pulls about 1 pint, which is about half a liter of blood downward into your legs and abdomen. Your heart must immediately compensate. The blood vessels in your legs must constrict right away. The brain must receive the signal and direct the blood back upward. And all of that needs to happen within 1 second. That 1 second reflex is called the baroreflex. Think of it like an automatic elevator, sending blood back up to your brain the exact moment you change positions. After the age of 60, that elevator slows down. It is not broken, just slower. The 2 to 3 seconds it used to need now become 4 to 5 seconds. During those extra seconds, your brain receives less blood than it needs. That is the grayness. That is the tilting sensation. That is when you have to hold on to the wall. Your blood pressure reading on paper can be completely normal, and this still happens. Because that reading measures pressure when you are standing still. It cannot measure the speed of the reflex when you move. That is why changing your blood pressure medication rarely solves this. You are adjusting a number that was never the real problem. Now that you understand why, let me show you what to do. Today, we have 4 exercises, all performed on a chair or the edge of the bed. No need to get on the floor, and no equipment is required at all. The first 2 exercises train your leg muscles to act like a pump, pushing blood back up before gravity can win. The next 2 exercises train the reflex itself, teaching your nervous system to react faster every time you stand up. And at the end of the video, I have a bonus technique that takes less than 10 seconds, which you can use every time you stand up, starting today, to eliminate the dizziness almost instantly. Stay until the end. That technique alone is worth the next 12 minutes. Exercise number 4. I call this the pre-launch pump. Sit on the edge of a chair or the edge of the bed, both feet flat on the floor. Lift your heels up, just the heels. Your toes stay on the floor. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower them down. Repeat 15 times continuously. Then stand up immediately, within 5 seconds. You are not doing a regular heel raise exercise. You are performing a warm-up sequence. Each lift squeezes your calf muscles, the second heart of your body, and pushes a volume of blood back up toward your chest before gravity can pull it down. By the time you stand up, your brain already has everything it needs. I want to tell you about something that made me pause during my 20 years of practice. This is an exercise most doctors never prescribe, but they should. I had a patient, 68 years old, who had to hold on to the wall every morning for 3 years. She did exactly this one thing for 2 weeks. She came back and said, "Dr. James, I do not understand what happened, but I do not have to hold on to the wall anymore." That was not a miracle. That was a retrained reflex. If 15 times feels like too much, start with 8 times. The number is less important than making this a habit every single time before you stand up. Exercise number 3. The seated leg press. Sit up straight in your chair. Lightly grip both sides of the edge of the chair. Press your thighs down against the seat of the chair, as if you are trying to push right through it. At the same time, press both heels down into the floor. Do not move, just squeeze the muscles. Hold for 8 seconds. Breathe evenly during that entire time. Release completely. Rest for 5 seconds. Repeat. Your thighs contain the largest veins in the lower part of your body. When those muscles contract, even without moving at all, they act like a compression wrap around every major vein in your legs. The blood that is pooling in your legs is pushed back upward. You are manually doing what your baroreflex is supposed to do automatically. If 8 seconds is too long, start with 5 seconds. Add 1 second after each session. 10 repetitions, 2 sets. Before we get to the 2 most important exercises, if this is making sense to you, please hit the like button right now. It helps other people find this information before they have their next fall. And write the word dizzy in the comments below. I read every single comment. Exercise number 2. The wall sit activation. Stand close to a wall. Press your back against the wall. Slide down until your thighs are nearly parallel to the floor, or any angle you can comfortably tolerate. Hold that position for 15 to 30 seconds. Breathe evenly and do not hold your breath. Then slowly push yourself back up to a standing position. This is the only exercise today that requires you to stand. But I want you to use the wall the entire time. What we are doing here is endurance training, not strength training. Your baroreflex is a reflex, and like any reflex, it becomes sharper through repeated practice under light pressure. 30 seconds a day teaches your nervous system that when your legs are under a load, it needs to react faster. If getting into the wall sit position is difficult, simply stand with your back against the wall and your knees bent very slightly. The important thing is the muscle contraction in your legs, not the depth of the posture. 3 times. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds each time, and rest for 30 seconds between repetitions. Exercise number 1. The most important one. I call it the stand, pause, go protocol. Sit on the edge of the chair. Place both feet firmly on the floor. 3 steps in this exact order. Step 1. Perform 10 pre-launch pumps from exercise number 4, lifting your heels 10 times continuously. Step 2. Stand up, but pause in a half-standing position. Keep your back leaned slightly forward and your hands still touching the chair. Hold for 3 seconds. Step 3. Stand completely straight, slowly, and with control. The pause in step 2 is everything. You are giving your baroreflex a 3-second advantage. You are standing up in stages, the exact way your nervous system was designed to handle it, before age started slowing down that response. Every time you perform it this way, you are creating a new neural pathway. Day by day, week by week, your reflex becomes faster until one day you stand up and realize the room is no longer tilting. Use a chair with armrests if possible. The goal is to make this your default method every single time you stand up. Always, from now on. Practice this every time you stand up during the day. A minimum of 10 conscious times each day. And this is what usually surprises people the most. Every time you need to stand up before doing anything else, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for exactly 2 seconds. Then exhale and stand up. That breath does something very specific. It activates the thoracic pump, a pressure change inside your chest cavity that pushes blood upward toward the brain before you even begin to move. Pilots use a version of this technique to prevent fainting during high acceleration maneuvers. The mechanism is identical. The physics are identical. You do not need an airplane. You just need to breathe before standing. 10 seconds. Every time. Start right from the moment this video ends. Before you go, I want to ask you something specific. How many times a day do you feel that dizziness? 1 time? 3 times? More? Write your number in the comments. Because when I see those numbers, I know exactly which video to make next. Whether it is about morning routines, sleeping positions, or something more specific to your condition. Your comment helps me, and it helps everyone else watching this video. Write your number below. I read every single comment. That 3-second window when you stand up does not have to be dangerous anymore. The elevator can be fixed. The reflex can be retrained. And it all starts with knowing what you are actually fixing. You have carried this body for so many years. Now let us take care of it. Move well. Age well. See you in the next video.